There is a time warp Audi S4 B5 on eBay UK at the moment, at the time of uploading this video. As you can see, there's an article on Strike Engine about buying guides for S4, so I was just updating this article and then I came across this car, literally time warp condition. This is the article, this is the listing, I should say. I'll put a link to this listing in the video description. Go check it out if you're looking for an S4. So I'll just go through the listing and give you my thoughts on the listing. First of all, straight to the point with the article. I'm not trying hard to sell this car. Straight to the point. Audi S4, doesn't even say the chassis. Could have done a better job there, but I know it's consistent with the rest of the listing. So he's put the condition as used, genuine Audi S4, original condition, facelifted 2000, owned for the last 14 years. So this is not a car that's come and gone, passed through hands. This guy's had it for 14 years. So first of all, the picture that he's used in the listing, it's indoors, the car. It's in a garage. I don't see any lines on the floor of the garage either, which suggests to me that the guy actually has a building where he stores his cars. You can see at the back there's also a car cover, so again suggests that this car is kept under a car cover most of the time. As you can see from the picture, the car it's got stone chips on it for sure, but you'd expect it. I mean, the car is from 2000, it's a 2000 car, so it's 17 years old now. But you know, apart from the obvious stone chips, the car it's just new. It's a new S4 basically. What else? We've got an interior photo which doesn't really tell you much, but it says it's the facelifted version, and you can see that it's got an LCD screen on it. Not sure if that's going to come with Audi software on it. It could be dated, but still, if you don't like it, you can always change it for what you want. There's a big CD slot in it, DVD slot, I expect that is. So it's modern for the day for sure. Steering wheel, I don't see any excess wear on the steering wheel. I'm always looking for signs that the mileage is not the same as what's indicated in the advert, but I'm not seeing anything here. It's a lovely interior. It is black. The dashboard, I don't know if it's a black or carbon inserts on the dashboard. It's a white interior, and despite it being white, it looks absolutely spotless. If you look around where the switches are, electric window switches, this is something that you're always touching, and even around there it looks pristine. So this car looks really, it looks like it's been really well looked after, and the guy says himself that he hasn't been using it, so he wants to sell it. If you're looking for if you want a new Audi S4, then this could be what you're looking for. If you want a B5 S4 but you don't want a knackered one, then this could be it. I'm looking at the seats and I can see that there's a bit of creasing on the driver's side. It doesn't look like, it's not rips or tears, definitely. It just looks like creases, so I'm not really sure what that is about, to be honest, but I don't see any, like I said, I don't think it's anything to do with wear. We'll go on to the other seat. So he's given a lot of time to the front seats on this car. I'm not sure why. And then we've got the back seats. They look brand new. Again, I'm looking at the door cards around the windows, around the window switches, and they all look clean despite being in white. And that's it. That's all the photos that he's got. So really, I'd like to see photos of the engine bay. I'd like to see photos of the rear of the car. And I'd like to see photos of the side of the car. We only have a front view. Different generalizations about the guy. Said he's got let's say he's got a few quid. He knows what the car is. He knows its value. He just wants to see it go to a good home, I'd say. And he doesn't want to try too hard to sell it. So someone that wants it will buy it. He's not going to make it too easy for you. So I think if you can, go and have a look at the car. Let's go down to the product description. Apologies if I'm rambling, but it is what it is. So we'll just go through the specs that he's written here. Year 2000, 265 horsepower, 5 seats, right-hand drive, one previous owner, excluding the current. So he's the second owner of this car, and he's had it for 14 years. So the first guy had it for 3 years. Very, very nice, very nice. Four-wheel drive, it's usual stuff from the S4. It's even got the xenon headlights, which is, Audi must have been one of the first ones to start using the xenon projectors. It's no harm in checking. It says here reserve not met. It's at 3,700. The S4 is going up in value now. In my opinion, this is an investment car. Well, the RS4 would probably be an investment car, but if you don't want to spend RS4 money, but you want the B5, you like the B5, but you want something that you can use every day and not lose too much money, by putting mileage on it, then the S4 is the perfect car. Got 114,000 miles on it, which is a little bit lower than average, but it's nothing. It's not low, it's not high, it's normal, I would say. What else? Obviously it's black, it's 4 doors, it's a sedan, it's the S4, registration 332,000. It's got a CD multi-changer in it, navigation system in it. It's made in Germany, obviously. It's got the V5 and it's got a bit of service history. So it says here, original genuine S4. I'm the second owner from 2003. Looked after regardless. Yeah, I'd say that. The photos. I don't know what car this is. Probably answers on a postcard. Is it a Mitsubishi or something next to it? I just want to get an idea of the other car. There's other cars that this guy's got in his garage, but I can't tell. Looked after. Unfortunately, sat in my garage couple of years, so it's been under a car cover in a garage for the last couple of years. So obviously he's not he's got money for other cars to drive around. Sat nav by Zen and full tow bar fitted but never been used. Guys, tow bars are a bit of a thing for me. It could have been used, I don't know. He doesn't know what happened before he had the car, or maybe he does, I don't know. Maybe not the original, I don't know. Anyway, so with the tow bars, you're looking out for gearbox issues. Gearbox issues, basically, check that the gearbox is in perfect condition. If it's been looked after, like he said, then this car should be relatively perfect. But check it goes into gear, check there's no noise from the gearbox, check everything's nice and tight. It says here electrics need installing. Okay, so the tow bar's fitted, but the electrics for it's never been hooked up, so this is why it's never been used. Anyway, check it if I was you. Needs installing. Alloys refurbished. Okay, another bonus. There's no, we can't see them in the photo, but anyway. Tires relatively new, whatever that means. This is the 2.7 by turbo. Reluctant sale, just no longer new. You'll not be disappointed. So big claims from the guy, but I think this is probably going to be a very good car. My impressions, the instinct I get is that if I was looking for a new S4 that I was going to drive around every day, this would be it. I don't think you're going to lose any money on it. Use it as a daily driver, use it as a weekend car. Average mileage on it anyway. So I wouldn't be too worried about putting a lot of mileage on it. I think condition is more important on these cars. I could be wrong, but that's my impression. If I was going to buy it, I would definitely be buying it for a daily driver. If it was an RS4, I'd be buying that as an investment and wouldn't really be driving the RS4. But if you've got an RS4 and you like the car, but you want something similar, you're not going to lose too much money on. If you're going to drive it around all the time, then the S4 is it. And if you're looking for a nice fresh example, this would be it. Main Aberdeen. It's in Scotland, guys. It's in Scotland. So Aberdeen, that's well up north. Well up north. If I was up north in Aberdeen and I was selling the car, I'm going to make a little bit of effort no matter what, because you've got to get people up there. How many people are going to go to Aberdeen to check this out? It's on a tender as well, so I don't know if that's a permanent fixture or if it's just been sat for 2 months and he can't start it. Maybe. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this car to have an MOT because he said himself it's been off the road for 2 years. But it's looking more like 3 years this car's been off the road. The last MOT was 2013, July 2013, so that's July 2014 when it passed, so July 2015, July 20, 3 years this car's been off the road. let's see what it says. Nothing, tire only. Nothing, straight through on the 12th. Nothing on the 10. ABS fault on 2009, but that was cleared. Was that an easy fix? Yeah, 2 days it took them. Yeah, the next day they fixed that, so it's probably just a sensor that was broken then. And then just a cleared 2008. Basically, this car's never had anything wrong with it. Well, at least since 2007, as good as it's supposed to be. 3,700 is cheap at the moment. Aberdeen, remember, gas, petrol to get up there, drive the car back. Hasn't been driven for 3 years either. I personally, I'd want to look at it, guys. Or send someone there to inspect it for you. Find a car inspector in Aberdeen who can go and have a look at it for you. PS4, I'd say the market rate for these is going to be around $5,000. I'd only see it going up. It is in Aberdeen. You know, if you're the other side of the country, which you probably are, then it's probably worth sending someone up there to, you know, find someone that inspects cars in Aberdeen. Send them to have a look at it. Save you going up there, you know. But it's 3.7 at the moment, which would be a bargain. Probably see this going forward. Like I said, Aberdeen, not many photos, not a lot of history information. It's basically a standard car. You know, so I'm probably looking at 4.5 for this, just because the location's got to knock 500 off it. Got to knock 500 off the value. So yeah, looking at around 4.5. If I got it for less than 4.5, I consider it a bargain. 4.5, $5,000 would be my limit, you know. So that's the video, guys. I'll put a link in the video description. I'll put a link to this listing in the video description. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please vote on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again next time.